Hi, my name is Julie Crowe, and I am currently in my third year studying the BA in acting at the Lir Academy in Dublin.
Hi, I'm Meabh Crowe and I am a third year stage management and technical theatre student at the Lir Academy in Dublin. Hi, Julie.
Hi, Meabh.
So I'm going to start with what was the most surprising part of your training?
I would say probably initially going in, it sounds so cliche, but like having to let go in order to discover things, like kind of letting go of any notions you had about acting or even any notions or ideas you had about yourself, like just kind of starting from basics, like in terms of all the tools that we learn, like movement, voice, everything, just starting from the ground up, and really being like open and available, and yeah, just I suppose willing to soak it all in. And in order to do that, you just sort of had to figure out how to be a bit of a blank canvas. So that was tough, but also really rewarding. So yeah. So my question for you, what was the most surprising part of your training, actually?
Yeah, I think because I went into our course with absolutely no experience at all, it was really nice. We all started at the same point, like we all started from the beginning,
Mm.
levels, and we got to try out everything, you get to go at everything, which I think is such a valuable experience because you're always going to be working, no matter what role you have. You're gonna have such a great understanding of every other role in your company, and I just think that's really really important to have that understanding anyway.
Yeah.
So that's definitely it was the most surprising part for me, but
Mm.
very very good.
Yeah. Guess
And
kind of similar in that way then, because you both having to go in and just sort of start from scratch and take it all in. And I think the Lear's really good that way because everyone feels very equal in there. I think
yeah,
you
for
might say
sure.
the same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
and you can't hide, but you don't get, you're not hidden either. Like everyone sees you, and it's really nice, I think.
yeah, no, for sure, I agree. So has what has been your favorite role of the year?
My gosh. Um, I'm gonna say Portia Coughlin in Portia Coughlin by Marina Carr. And I'm going to say that for a few reasons, and it's a bit mad that I'm saying it really because we've since done a show in person, that's been live streamed in the Lear. But back at the end of second year last spring, we were doing Portia Coughlin in person. We started rehearsals in the room and then we were moved online because of COVID. And when that happened, like, as is the case with all of us and with most of the world, like, I was obviously devastated. But I think I don't know, staying with that character, she's a character who's like at odds with the world anyway and kind of struggles to be in it. And I think maybe living with that for a while just kind of, I guess, taught me to sort of just see things differently. And as well, like, you had to really, because we were working in this bedroom, you had to really find, you had to mine, you had to mine for things. Like, they weren't just given to you. You had to fight the depression and the anxiety, and you had to fight to be motivated to work in this world. And you had to really be imaginative. And I think coming out of that, feeling like I did that character justice, having had to fight so many battles, I think that was one of the most rewarding experiences so far. So maybe not the most fun, but definitely the most, I think, creatively and personally rewarding.
Oh, that's so
Um,
nice.
I think. Yeah. Um, and what's been your favorite role at the Lear so far?
I have done so many fun roles, but I think definitely deputy stage manager for the honor training, because it came with so many more challenges than it usually would because of COVID as
Mm,
well.
of
And
course.
but I just think it was so fun and interesting to be in the room and like see how yous work and like the work that you put into the show in that process. And I think as
Yeah.
the deputy stage manager as well, that other thing that I kind of what I was saying earlier, because I had worked in first year in all the different roles, I had to communicate everything about the show to everyone else.
Hmm.
It was just really exciting, and then I got to call the show, which is the first time I've ever done that in my life.
Yeah, and you were great.
Unbelievable. And I got to work with you as well, but it was
Yeah,
just
God, it was such a good
an
time.
exciting experience. Even getting to work so closely with professional director Jack Reardon was fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and he was so patient, and I'm just really, really glad that I got to do that before I left the Lir, because there is that build up a couple of years before you get to be in that kind of higher up role, really.
Totally,
Um,
yeah.
but it was so fun and so interesting, and I learned so much from it, even about you. It's like about the actors and the kind of the work that you put in before we get into Tech Week. I hadn't seen that before, so that was
Yeah.
really fun, and it was just exciting for me as well.
Yeah. One thing that really comes, like, one thing that I'm really getting from our conversation now is that, like, it's so valuable and so endearing and so great to see other people's work and how it feeds into yours. And, obviously that minds an understanding and a respect. But it's just great. It's just like we're really in it together. Makes me kind of sad now because I'm like, I really miss the ensemble. I really miss the collaborative element.
Yeah,
But we'll get it back. We'll get it back.
we will too.
Yeah.
Um, and do you think the training has been valuable to you? You know?
Oh God, yeah, absolutely. I would have been the person. So basically, when I decided I wanted to do acting, I had made up my mind that I would audition for the Lir, and if I got in, then that would be enough, and I just know I was good enough. And then I kept getting in, and when I got offered a place, I was like, well, if I don't do this, I don't become a successful actor, I'll spend the rest of my life thinking that was it, and you missed it. So it was a big risk for me as well because, like, I'd already done a degree and I was kind of hungry to get out and work, but it's been so valuable because it's proven to me that not only is acting the thing that I want to do and the thing that, it makes sense that I invest this amount of time into doing it, but it's also given me the tools and the confidence and the networking and the tribe to be able to be successful in it. So it's been completely invaluable to me, yeah. And what about you? Actually, what's the process for you guys? Like, if you want to audition, because I know for us it's 3 rounds of auditions to get in, but for you guys, what's the story there?
Yeah, so we have an interview and portfolio, so it can be like yeah, so we go in and interview, and it's really good actually. I thought it was really exciting. It's like I had a few brilliant people in front of me: Barry Conway, Kate Ferris, Eve Dalton,
Mm.
Ivan, and Lachlan Deegan,
My
and
gosh, that's some panel.
I know, and it was they just asked me a couple of questions, kind of in their different departments, and I had no experience at all. Like I went into that interview with nothing, but I tried to show them that I was so eager to learn, and I think that's just so important as well. Actually, just if you don't have that experience, or if you do, I mean, obviously amazing, but if you don't have that experience and you just show that you're so eager to learn everything, but yeah, that. It's just the interview.
Yeah.
Um, but it's brilliant, and it's I mean it's a bit scary, but it's not
Yeah.
as
Would that be your
intimidating.
advice then for, sorry, I cut you off, I hate Zoom.
No, you're grand.
I just think that would be your advice then for people who are looking to do the course, to do the SMTT course, would be eager to learn.
Yeah, and like be open to starting from scratch, and yeah, learning new things as well. You might go in with a huge interest in lighting, and that's what you want to do, and from the beginning that that is what you want to specialize in. But from the beginning, you're gonna have to learn about costume. You're gonna be put on the sewing machine. So be open to just learning everything,
Every,
anything.
Yeah. Well, I cheers to that from the acting course as well, for sure. You can't escape it. You will have to juggle. You will have to try a cartwheel. God forgive me. I was tragic at it, but anyway. Yeah, all right. Well, this has been really nice. And I hope to see you in person again soon. So we can do what we do. Okay. Bye.
Bye.